Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelman, at TPicks over on X. And if you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. I've got two NFL playoff plays already loaded for tomorrow and a college football play for tonight. My only premium play over on the site. But I am very transparent and very honest. I'm not a college football expert. I'm very new to handicapping college football, so wanted to be upfront and honest about that, as I always am. But we will start today's show before we get to the beautiful, beautiful three-game slate that the NHL schedule makers have given us. And by beautiful, I mean, but anyways, we'll recap how yesterday went in the NHL. Starting with this game here, Anaheim and Carolina, the over 6.5. Of course, it pays to, doesn't always, but for the most part, it does pay to bet your bets early. And that's what I did here, getting the over 6.5 at minus 115. Of course, yesterday when I did the show, the line was around minus 135, minus 140. And I did mention that it would be a good idea to live bet this total later on in the game. Happy that one follower, at least one person that watches the show, did that exact thing and got, I believe, plus 110 or plus 115 on the over in this game. So goals, we got the goals we needed. 5-2 final score. The Anaheim Ducks continue to give up 5 goals a game. And they're just one of these teams that are really, really struggling right now is this Ducks team. On to the second game, which was the Buffalo Sabres and the New York Rangers. Josh Doan over half a point. Easy winner. Scored the first goal for the Sabres. Continues to score goals. I did play it safe here, going with the point prop over the goal prop. Could have taken the goal prop because, as I said, he scored the first goal of the game. So overall, a nice winner there. And then I did have Sabres money line as a premium play on the site yesterday. The Sabres have had a lot of success in New York against this Rangers team. And that's when this Rangers team was much better than they are right now, and the Sabres team was worse than they are right now. So easy winner with Doan point. Sabres money line got a little bit close there in the third period, but all good. A nice winner there. Sidney Crosby over half an assist, minus 113. Thank you, books, for continuing to give us a Crosby assist at these odds. Unfortunately, tomorrow, I don't think that's going to be the case. Calgary coming in here to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, obviously, a much bigger favorite than minus 115 tomorrow. So, unfortunately, Crosby assist, I'm going to guess, is probably in the minus 130, minus 135 range. So, probably won't be able to play him tomorrow. But 2 assists here in this game, cashed for us. I know I was against a lot of people here in this game. I was on the Penguins money line. I get it. A lot of people looked at this Devils team. They just lost 9-0. How are they going to respond? When I look at this type of situation, if the team that just lost 9-0 was playing overall not too bad before that, then I would look at them as a team. Okay, they're going to be embarrassed. They're going to bounce back. But this New Jersey Devils team has not been playing good hockey for a while now. Obviously, a really hot start to the season, but they've not been playing well right now. Yes, they lost 9-0, but didn't really show much heart here at all. So the Devils, as I said before yesterday's show, are a fade team right now. So I cashed with Penguins money line as a premium play as well. The over 6 here was just a loser. 2-1 winner in overtime for the Leafs. So not the best play here overall, but can't win them all. Can't win them all. Edmonton Oilers, Winnipeg Jets. Yes, my play was Oilers money line. Very good guess there by, I believe it was a Golfing Stars fan yesterday in the chat. Fade Winnipeg, make money. Edmonton minus 115, absolutely no brainer here. They've had a lot of success against the Jets in Winnipeg as well. So a nice winner there. This game, I left off 2 winners. I was looking at Avalanche puck line. I was looking at Avalanche team total over 4.5, just because of the heavy history against the Sens. They win by 2. They score 5 or more. But didn't pull the trigger on it because I really haven't liked what I've seen from Colorado the last couple of games. But it was definitely a bounce back spot. I believe they won 8-2. So those 2 plays easily cashed if anybody did pull the trigger on those. Zach Werenski, anytime goal, unfortunately lost. He wasn't able to score a goal. Did get a primary assist in the first Blue Jackets goal, but did not score. I went to bed before this game finished, so I did not get to see Mark Stone anytime goal cash plus 180 here to finish off the night in a winning way. 7-3 day for me yesterday, up 4.5 units in the NHL. So just a beautiful day. Of course, getting to see that the Wild won in overtime as well. I was happy to see them being able to get that win. Now I know a very loyal viewer here, Jonathan Davis, was on the Wild in reg, so I'm assuming he's probably not too happy with the Wild. I'm so sorry about that. I really wish they could have won in reg for you, but unfortunately, that's betting sometimes. And they let that 2-0 lead get away before getting the win in overtime. But we will go and jump into the chat and see what people are thinking today. Let's see here. Sorry, Terry, no trusting Dylan Guenther tonight. Don't be sorry, I'm not on Dylan Guenther tonight. Yes, I used him for the thumbnail, but that's because, first off, wasn't very many choices for the thumbnail today, as there's only 3 games. So Guenther was getting on there regardless, but no, I'm not on him tonight, which means he's probably going to score. What's up, Terry? Small slate today and kind of a gross one. I know. When I said beautiful slate earlier, I was being very, very sarcastic. But I've got 2 plays, both plus money props that I'm going to give you guys on today's show. Not a big fan of tonight's card. I don't blame you at all. Guenther goal, Leonard point, Jersey point, and Kuzmenko point. All right. Good day, Terry. It is 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Northeast Ohio, 15.5 Celsius. How's the weather in Hamilton? Cold. Very cold. I don't have the exact temperature for you, but it's cold. Here is Jonathan. If you were a really good handicapper, you would have played Don't anytime goal. Well, I guess I'm just a good handicapper and not a really good handicapper, but no, I see what you're saying, Jonathan. And no, great value there. But because I know you, for example, do smaller plays for your player props. For me, everything's basically 1 unit. So I do much bigger plays on my player props. So it makes sense to play it safe with the point prop when I can, because I'm going such a larger unit size than others. So good morning, Terry. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Hope all is well. I had Dome point, McDavid over 1.5 points, Luke Hughes point, but only had $10 on it. Kind of regret not adding more. Hey, money is money. And nice call on Luke Hughes there, because he did score the only goal for the Devils. Lost on Travis connecting assist. Avalanche puck line had $50. Oh, darn. But overall, I won back what I lost, so even night. I'd love to hear that. Same thing with me. The day before was -3 units, up 4.5 yesterday. So doing pretty well. Overall, I believe I am the 3rd place handicapper in 2026 over on Picks and Parlays. Looking to get back to that number 1 spot. Probably after tomorrow, because today's slate, only 3 games on the NHL slate, which we're going to jump into right away, starting with the LA Kings, -130 road favorites, the Jets +110 home dogs, and a total of 5.5 here in this one. When I look at this game here, I just did the recap and I just talked about fading the Jets to make money. And I think that's the way to go here with the Kings, but I know we're fading Winnipeg, we're making money, but I do not want to lay minus 130 with this LA Kings team. If I'm backing this LA Kings team, I want to back them as a dog. I don't want to back them as a minus 130 favorite. Do I think they beat the Winnipeg Jets? Yeah, they probably should, but I just don't like the price here with the Kings. LA 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between the teams, 5 games in a row going under 5.5. I also consider the over here because both teams are involved in high scoring games, but of course, previous games have been under. Both games between the two teams, the home team won. Jets won 3-2 in October. Kings won 3-0 in November. Of course, the Jets were a lot different in October than they are now. Previous games for these teams, their last 5, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 4-2, and 4-3 for the LA Kings. So not an under team right now. And then Winnipeg, 2-1 against Detroit, then 6-5, 4-2, 4-3, 4-3. So both of these teams are trending towards the over right now, but heavy under history. I think the Kings win this game, but I'm not going to have my money on it here in this one. Looking at player props here in this game. Josh Morrissey point, minus 105, 4 games in a row with a point, so there is some value with him. Alex Laferriere, 3 games in a row with a point, plus 113 for the Kings. Kyle Connor has scored a goal in 3 games in a row, plus 155, and Kevin Fiala has scored in back-to-back games, plus 190. No power play point streaks. And then assists, Kevin Fiala, 4 of his last 5 games, plus 141 with an assist here in this one. So there are some props you can look at, but ultimately this game is just a pass. A pass for me. But let's go see what people are thinking here. I have one play for this slate. Sergachev over 1.5 shots on goal. 2.5 also looks good, but 1.5 is minus 128. Good luck. Good luck. Utah, we'll talk about that game soon. But yes, I know. Not happy with the Wild not winning in reg, but comfort in being on the right side. Did have the Seattle team total under 2.5. Okay, good. Kraken trend of losing as a dog after scoring 6+ and scoring 2 or less remains alive. Yeah, just the Wild, unfortunately, blew that lead, but ended up winning. But I'm here. I'm fashionably late as always. How's it going, Terry? I'm having a horrible January, so I need to turn this around. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sweet Pickles. I really hope you turn it around soon. I'm the complete opposite, but that was me in October. October, pretty much the whole month of October was just a disaster for me. So I feel ya. It comes and goes. You'll turn it around soon. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, thanks, Swag. You as well. This slate is sickening. Yeah, basically. Laughing face. Where is the leaderboard for cappers? Over on picksandparlays.net. You just scroll down. If you're on your phone, scroll down. And you'll see 2026, or you can look for specific sports. It's all over there on the site. More looks like no Kopi, Armia, Perry, more on IR. Great point, Jonathan, but I'll finish the rest of the comment. That's another reason why I don't want to back the Kings, especially at minus 130, is the fact that they have a bunch of injuries. If this team was healthy, with the fact of how Winnipeg's been playing, I would probably be looking more towards the Kings. But with all these injuries at minus 130, I just can't do it. Former Kings, Velarde, I follow Pearson will have money on the board. We'll close my eyes and take a small shot on the Jets, and we'll play the over. Hey, Freaky Friday, the Jets are going to win a game eventually. They are not going to lose every game the rest of the season. Eventually, they're going to find a lucky spot and maybe get a lucky win. Maybe this is it. But moving on along to our second game, we've got the Washington Capitals, minus 125, road favorites, the Chicago Blackhawks, plus 105, home dogs, and a total of 6 here in this one. Washington, 5-1-1 in the last 7 meetings between these two teams. 3 of the last 4 going under 5.5. Of course, these two teams just faced each other last week. On the 3rd. So 6 days ago. Chicago getting the 3-2 shootout win over Washington in that one. Washington comes into this game losing 3 of 4. Their one win against the Anaheim Ducks, 7-4. Meanwhile, the Blackhawks have won 4 in a row. 4-3 against Dallas, 3-2 shootout win against Washington, 3-2 shootout win against Vegas, and then the 7-3 beatdown against the St. Louis Blues. So Chicago coming in here on a hot streak, and they will be getting Connor Bedard back in this game. And when I look at this one here, I lean with Chicago. I do. I lean with Chicago here at home. But in the NHL, when you have that star player returning, and Connor Bedard is definitely the star player on the Hawks team, I'm not going to say that teams tend to take their foot off the gas a little bit, but for some reason, when teams get their big player back, they usually tend to struggle in that first game, the team overall. So there's that. Obviously, this is a revenge spot for Washington, who's had success against the Hawks in the past. Washington is the better team, in my opinion, in this matchup. Alexei Protas questionable. I know he's going to be returning, I believe, sooner than Wilson. So maybe Protas comes back here for this game. Ultimately, I can't get to anything here in this one either. I lean with the Hawks here, but I don't really want to back them getting a star player back here in this game. Goalies for the first game, no one yet confirmed. Should be Eric Comrie for Winnipeg. Darcy Kemper maybe for the Kings. They've got a back-to-back facing Edmonton tomorrow. So maybe it's a bit of a look-ahead spot for the Kings as well. We'll see. Here in this one, Spencer Knight likely for Chicago. No one yet announced for the Washington Capitals. Here in this one, I'm not sure if they play tomorrow. 14 games tomorrow, so most teams probably do play tomorrow. Looking at player props here in this game. Don't worry, I've got 2 plays in the final game, so people thinking, hey, he's doing a show with no plays. Yeah, I got 2. Burakovsky point, plus 105, 4 games in a row. Some value with him. Leonard has been good, points in 4 or 5, but minus 132. Didn't get a point in his last game. I'll stay off. Teuvo Teravainen points in 4 or 5, plus 137. Here for the Hawks. Ovechkin scored in back-to-back games, plus 157. Maybe this is a good spot for him. And Protas, if he comes back, had scored in 4 or 5, plus 310. Even when Protas does come back, I'm not going to bet him his first game. I want to see him come back and just kind of go right back on track how he was. Assist streaks, Ryan Green, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 236. And Bedard, before his injury, 3 games in a row with an assist, minus 105. John Carlson, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 140 here in this game. Ultimately, can't get to anything here in this one either. I'm with you, JD. Small plays. Hey, nothing wrong with that. And I'll hold my nose. There we go. Hey, if you guys call it, eventually Winnipeg's going to win. So sometime. Unless they do lose every game the rest of the season, but I just can't see that. I want to bet the Jets. That would be historic. I want to bet the Jets too, but that's probably why my January is going the way it is. No, I don't think so, Sweet Pickles. I don't think so. Hawks. I'll leave with the Hawks here. I do. As much as I hate to say that. I'm going to take my chance and take Morrissey assist, plus 112. Not a bad look. Not a bad look. I know he scored in the last game. I want to kind of bet all the dogs and all the draws tonight. Interesting. I don't know if I would go that way with the last game, but we'll see. First period, over 1.5 here, Caps and Hawks. I could see that. A Chicago team total over 2.5 and 3. Caps have given up 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 7, and 5 in Thompson's last 7 starts. Yeah, what happened to him? He was off to such a great start in the season, but Jets have to win today. Today. It's about time. Yeah, they are going to eventually. Like I said, I could see it being this game, but no Wilson, no Protas. They're both out? All right. Hi, Terry. Our brief losing streak ended emphatically. Time for Dallas to start their next losing streak. We'll see. We'll see. I'm glad my Wild were able to tie them in the standings. Bedard over 2.5 shots and goal, minus 145. I will grab, but others may want to parlay. Yeah, if it's in your price range, take it. If not, parlay it with something else if you want to back it. I think that's a good play. Burakovsky assist, plus 180. Very nice. Wild got lucky, Terry. I was on Seattle and did not get lucky. Yeah, I can't confirm or deny because I did not watch most of that game, so I can't confirm or deny if they got lucky. But I will say you cannot let Kirill Kaprizov and Matt Zuccarello have a 2-on-1. You can't let that happen. So I don't know if that necessarily they got lucky. Brock Faber made a beautiful defensive play on that goal. You cannot let Zuccarello and Kaprizov go down the ice on their own because that's not going to end up very well for you. Don't see this as a look ahead for the Kings. They don't want to be the team to end the Jet streak. I can agree with that. I'll take Jets today. Kings suck. All right. Good luck. Be careful with green props now that Bedard is back. Yeah, exactly why I'm not taking him. Well, not exactly why, but yeah. Be careful. Book your ticket early tonight and take Forsberg anytime goal tomorrow against the Hawks. Yeah, the Preds just absolutely dominate the Hawks. And I was looking at that game, but Nashville being minus 220, that's just a bit much. But we'll talk about that game tomorrow. Jets Devils on Sunday. Giddy up. Oh, no. Ugh. Who's going to be watching that game? Jets and Devils fans, but that's about it. Caps Hawks Caps Hawks pass total goals in Chicago 5, 6, 10, 9, 8, 3, 18. Okay, so the most recent games that have been under obviously have been in Washington because those are not underscores. So there you go. Terry, I was rooting for your Wild, as you know. Thanks, Mel. I appreciate it. I know you really don't like Dallas. Seattle was terrible in overtime. Yeah, that makes sense. Good vibes. Thank you, Nicholas, as always. Appreciate it. You must be happy with your Sabres. Great game by them last night. Hey, happy Friday. I like Minnesota to win it all at 23-1. Have a good, safe weekend. Wow. You know how to get on my good side, Paul. Coming in with a comment like that. Hey, if they can get past Dallas, that's going to be huge. If they can get past Dallas and Colorado, then yes, I think they've got a very, very good shot at winning it all. They looked out of sorts. It was just a matter of time before the Wild scored in that overtime. I had Seattle too. I could have made my day green. Oh, no, sweet pickles. Should I sprinkle some on Wallstedt Calder at plus 4,000? I don't know. Obviously, such a hot start. Kind of cooled off a little bit. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the odds or anything like that. I know Seneca's kind of cooled off a little bit, but I haven't really looked deeply into that right now. So maybe that would be something more to look at during the Olympic break. I might really look deep into futures when we have that break. But final game of the night, we've got the St. Louis Blues and the Utah Mammoth. St. Louis plus 145 road dogs, Utah minus 170 home favorites, and a total of 5.5 here in this one. Joel Hofer unconfirmed, Karel Vejmelka unconfirmed here in this one. St. Louis plays again tomorrow, so we're going to see, I would assume we're going to see Bennington in one of these two games. Is it going to be tonight or is it going to be tomorrow when they face Vegas? We'll have to see. What goalie gets what game. With how the last game went for Bennington, I would assume maybe Hofer gets the net tonight, but I don't think they go back-to-back with Hofer, but you never know. Looking at previous games between these two teams, St. Louis 3-1 in the last 4 meetings. 2 of the last 3 going over 6.5. Very high scoring games. The first meeting between the teams this year was 7-4. And then I believe the second one was much lower scoring, 1-0 Blues. Both games in St. Louis now, both teams playing here in Utah. Utah has won 3 of their last 4 games, playing pretty well. Their only loss was to New Jersey during that 4-game stretch. Maybe not a good loss, but there you go. The Blues had won back-to-back games at home against Vegas and Montreal, and then got their asses handed to them by the Blackhawks in their last game, a team that they had done very well against in the past. The Blues 7-10-3 overall on the road, but they've been giving up quite a few goals here on the road. The Blues here, bear with me for a second as I get to it here. They've lost 4 of their last 5 road games, and during those 5 games, they've allowed 7, 6, 4, 2, and 7 goals. So averaging 5.20 goals against per game during their last 5 on the road. Not having success stopping the puck on the road whatsoever is the St. Louis Blues team, and I'm hoping it continues tonight. First, give me Sean Durzi over half a point, plus 115. I know he didn't cash for us in his last game, but point in 9 of his last 11, 4 of his last 6 home games, plus 115 for him to get a point. I do expect Utah to put up goals here against the Blues tonight. So I'll take Durzi one more time here, plus 115, just to get a point here in this game. And got to take Lawson Krause as well, plus 110, over half a point. On the top line with Keller, with Schmaltz, and he has had success recently, a point in 4 of his last 5 games and 5 of his last 7. Having success on that top line, plus 110, just to get a point on the top line facing this Blues team who's on the road. Give me Krause, over half a point, plus 110 here in this one. Looking at some other players on streaks here in this game with value, not a whole lot. Obviously, I mentioned the 2. Point-wise, goal-wise, Gunther 3 of 5, but didn't score in his last game, plus 165 here. In this one, not really any power play point streaks. And then assists, not a whole lot. Guys 3 of 5 games, but didn't get one in their last game. So streak-wise, the 2 guys I mentioned here, Krause and Durzi, are the 2 hottest players currently on the Utah Mammoth. Go to the chat here. Keller assist, whatever the number is. Okay. I'm seeing for Keller, minus 110. Minus 110 in most spots. 2 assists against Ottawa. Back-to-back games with no assists before that, but then 2 assists, 1 assist. He's been good. He's been good assist-wise. So hopefully he passes to Krause, who scores, and then or Krause gets an assist, whatever. Hopefully we both cash. If you haven't grabbed Celebrini for Hart, 5-1 is still worth it. Yeah, what a season Celebrini's having. I agree. If Comrie is starting, which he should, the Jets win. I can see the game going over. Or if the Jets win. Not a good slate today, just a small parlay with Utah money line, LA Winnipeg over, and Washington team total over 3.5. You'll wait for tomorrow? Hey, I don't blame you. Don't blame me going. For me, 2 plays on today's slate, and that's it. That's it. A Krause assist plus 215. All right. And JD has your same parlay, except Chicago team total over. Wow, there you go. Very good. Good luck, guys. I'm hoping Reeves will get a rest tomorrow, so I can take the Avs minus 3.5. Well, I'm pretty sure Columbus plays back-to-back. I'm pretty sure they play on Sunday as well. Columbus plays in Utah. So does Dean Evison go Greaves back-to-back again? I would really hope not, because obviously, yes, I want Merzlikins in net eventually so I can bet against him. But you cannot run Jet Greaves into the ground. You cannot. You just cannot keep doing it. So I would assume Merzlikins gets one of those 2 games, but if he doesn't, I don't know what to say. Laura Terry back at it. Hey, Maze Music, how's it going? Hope all is well. Green Chicago looks good for a point assist. Yes, but make sure to check what line he's going to be on now that Bedard's coming back. The lines will likely get a shakeup. Jersey over 1.5 block shots, minus 115. All right. Celebrini for Hart is not worth a bet. McKinnon has it locked down already. We'll see. Nice West Coast. I was thinking that Washington was going to score a little more since they had one in the last game. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to both of you. Further to the Sergachev over 1.5 shots on goal. Cash in 15 of 16 at home. Wow, that's consistent. Exactly. He is. Jet Greaves was doing so great, but now he's giving up a ton of goals. So if you cannot trust Merzlikins, you need to go inquire somebody else. Somebody. You can get some goalie somewhere for something. We want Merzlikins. Yeah, we do. Are we going to get it? I would assume so, but we'll see. Sergachev over 2.5 is cash and 9 of 13 at home. All right. Evason has already run Greaves 6 feet deep into the ice. I agree. And I get it. I get where he's coming from. Would you, if you were a head coach, want to put Merzlikins in net with the stats he has this year? Of course not. But you gotta do something. You can't just. I know goalies back in the day used to play every day, every game, but that's not how it goes anymore. So, Keller 2 points, Bertuzzi 2 points. Best of luck. Liking Gunther power play point at plus 260. Blues power penalty kill is not great. Very true. Great show, Terry. Appreciate you, my friend. Good luck, everyone. Let's make this ugly small slate work for us. That's the plan. Celebrini has been in on 49.6% of the Sharks' goal and has a 37-point lead over this team's second leading scorer. If San Jose makes the playoffs, he's the winner. Interesting. I don't hate it. Keller power play point. All right. Are you going to do tomorrow's card tonight or tomorrow? Tonight. I will be doing the show for tonight, and then I'll also be talking about some of the games on Picks and Parlays, and then I'll also be doing another show, which I haven't done before, but I will announce that more on someone else's channel, and I'll announce that later. But yeah, going to be talking a lot about tomorrow's slate. So yeah, lots of way deep diving into tomorrow's slate already. Great breakdowns, like always, Terry. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks as always, Terry, and good luck, Puckers. Good luck tonight and this weekend. Yes. Good luck to everyone. What time? I'm not sure. I like to wait a little bit later so that we have some more stats-wise. I prefer to wait a little bit later, and with the NHL not being great tonight, it'll be sometime tonight. I'll announce it on X, and then obviously it'll be announced on YouTube. Turn your notifications on YouTube, the notification section, and then you'll know exactly when the video gets posted. Great Oilers pick yesterday, T. Thanks, GSF. I appreciate that. Busy, Terry. That's good. Yes, very busy right now, especially tomorrow with 14 games. Oh, my God. There are only 55 players in the NHL with 37 or more points. Interesting. That's right, Hal. Good luck, or all the best. Good luck to everyone. You too, Swag. You too. Best luck to everyone, and we'll see you on later on tonight for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL, Picks and Stats. Thanks for watching, guys.